biggest game of the season. Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to my matchday preview for the second leg of the Europa League round of 16 against AZ Alkmaar. Massive game for Spurs tonight. Season defining. The game really that decides Ange's future at the club. And yeah, it's just a massive game in general. Gotta get the job done tonight. Currently obviously 1-0 down. But yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, then, so what's the form coming into today's game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? So we'll start with AZ Alkmaar. AZ, they have a win, loss, draw, loss. No, a win, draw, and a win. AZ, their last game was the first leg last week, which obviously they won 1-0. For us, we have a draw, loss, win, and a loss. Our last game was a 2-2 draw against Bournemouth. Okay, then, so what's my score prediction for tonight's game against AZ Alkmaar? Now, obviously, I am very nervous for this game. Obviously, like I said, it's a season-defining game. It's a game which we've got to win. It's a game where it could decide, and it could just decide Ange's job, really. It decides decides if Ange will be the manager of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club next season or throughout the rest of this season, really. That is how big and important this game is, really. Obviously, AZ, obviously they've had more preparation than us for this game because they didn't play in the Eredivisie on the weekend. Of course, we played on the weekend against Bournemouth, so AZ will have that little bit of an advantage as they've had more preparation than we have. But yeah, obviously, we have already played AZ at home early in the league phase. I was there. We won 1-0. And, yeah. And, of course, we won 1-0. But in that game, to be fair, AZ were very defensive, part of the bus. And, you know, we couldn't really break them down, really. And it's probably going to be a bit similar tonight. AZ will obviously want to try and defend their lead. And, like I said, it won't really surprise me if they sit back and defend and, you know, just go for a 0-0 and... Yeah, but, you know, tonight, you know, to any supporters who are going, I know my uncle and my cousin are going, so obviously, but just to any supporter, Spurs fan, watching this video, go into the game tonight, get behind the boys, you know, make a loud atmosphere, because, you know, the atmosphere tonight needs to be loud. You know, we need to back the boys, whether the score is from 8 PM until around 10 PM or after, depending if the game goes to extra time and penalties. But yeah, you know, just please back the team because it's a massive game for us tonight. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of waffling on now, so we're gonna crack into it now. And yeah, and the problem is do I see us scoring a goal? I just don't know. Obviously, I want us to go through. But in the end, I'm going to say it, 0-0, AZ to go through. Okay, and so what's my predictive lineup for today's game against AZ Alkmaar? So in goal, I've gone with Guglielmo Vicario. Obviously, he's doing quite well recently, Vicario, since he came back from injury. So, I mean, every player that's playing tonight, whether they are starting or off the bench, needs to lock in. So anyway, Vicario for me in goal. Back four of Jed Spence, Christian Romero, Mickey van der Ven, and Destiny Udogie. I do not want to see Porro in that starting lineup tonight. I think we need to start Spence. And, you know, obviously the England squad announcement is tomorrow. And I'll tell you what, if Jed Spence is not in that England squad, it is a fucking robbery. And, yeah, but I think Spence starts tonight. I think Romero and van der Ven finally start alongside each other with Udogie at left back. Midfield, I've gone Archie Gray, Maddison and Lucas Bergvall. I actually want to see Gray play tonight in midfield, see how he does. Obviously, I know when he played in midfield against Everton, he didn't do great, but I'd start him in midfield because Basuma, he's just terrible. Bentancur, he's falling off. And Sarr, I don't know, he's a bit 50-50 at times. I think Maddison and Bergvall should start. I mean, Bergvall recently has probably been our best player. And then the front three, Mikey Moore, Dominic Solanke and Heung-min Son. Obviously, Mikey Moore, like I said, when we played AZ at home in the league phase, I was there. First half, I think it was on the right, did okay, but when I think Werner went off at half time, Moore went to the left. It felt like we had bloody Neymar on the wing. So, and yeah, for me, I think Moore has to start tonight. In my opinion, you know, did really well when we played them at home in the league phase. He hasn't played in a while. Get him in the squad and let the man cook. Obviously, I think Sonny on the left, and I think Big Dom to be up front. Just get in the box, be that threat, be that main man, be the target man, be the poacher, and yeah. So anyway, predicted lineup then. It is Vicario, Spence, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogie, Gray, Maddison, Bergval, Moore, Solanke, and Heung-min Son. But yeah, hopefully Spurs can go through. Obviously, if we do go through, we face either Ajax or Frankfurt in the last day. I mean, I think that game is before, or not. I think it is before our game, so I'm probably gonna watch that game before we play. But yeah, come on, you Spurs, and yeah, goodbye.